Good morning. Hold on. I, let's see here. Hold on, guys. All right. All right. Hold on. Let's hopefully testing one, two. Testing one, two. My bad. Jesus. I was looking at uh, my truck clock, and it's off by 30 minutes. I'm like, well, I, my truck clock says it's 5:24. And I didn't realize when I looked on there, seen you two were sitting there waiting. I apologize. I apologize. I got a new. I'm in a new truck in a Kenworth. Before I was in a Volvo, and I it said five. It said 5:24. Evidently, it's not 5:24. It's freaking 6 o'clock. So luckily, luckily I was like, well, I need to pull over because I won't be able to stop. Let me start the line. Jesus. Thank God for dedicated folks. Mike, I appreciate you. And I'm on a back country road heading to a place where I know I can get a trailer. I just made it into Georgia from Florida. Luckily, I got good memories. And I'm about to catch a cold, so you gotta love that. I haven't had caught a cold in a minute, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. Okay, got 64 miles till I pick it up, but yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna start 30 minutes early, and as usual, as usual, the drama begins. But hey, it is what it is. You know, this this is what happens around here. But let's go ahead and get into it. Um, in our society now, you know, um, social media plays a very pivotal role when things are going down. Instead of pulling over to help someone, like in a car accident or a fight, or somebody's getting beat up, people just sit out and pull out their cameras because they want to go viral. They sit there and pull out the cameras. Well, I want to talk about, and the reason why I put that thumbnail on there, because where you see my big belly, and I was pushing 300, on the thumbnail. I was pushing 300, and low self-esteem, didn't care about myself. But nowadays, people are morbidly, and I can say it because I was big myself, and I'm still big, morbidly obese, and saying I can be big and be healthy. That's I'm sorry, my opinion, that's not true. You're carrying extra weight on your body. You're carrying a whole extra child or human being. You know what I mean? You're carrying so much extra weight. And I'm not here to put anyone down. So please get this correct. But I'm I'm coming with a reason. I'm bringing this up as a reason. You got high blood pressure, diabetes, mental problems. Because when you can't stop eating, it's just like like crack cocaine. People don't realize that when you feel, a lot of people find comfort in defeating their face. I don't know how you can do it nowadays because this stuff is expensive. But people find comfort in stuffing food down their mouth. I can't even eat no more. Because soon as if I have like a regular meal, I get straight up acid reflux. It's hard for me just to have a regular meal. I have to, by the doctor's definition, I have to have smaller meals, but I don't want to. But we had this, I think it was a Lyft driver, and this morbidly obese, I believe she was a rapper. No, she wasn't big. She wasn't fat. She wasn't mildly overweight. She was morbidly obese. This woman looked like she was at least pushing 300 or 400 pounds. And she set this guy up in Lyft because she ordered as a regular ride share Lyft where someone else had to get in the vehicle, they would have to share it with this woman. But the fact is, and let me say this, these people that drive Lyft, those are not company cars. Those are personal vehicles. And most of the time, a Lyft car is going to be either a compact or a subcompact. They're not going to be a standard size because you're going to pay more. And then anything bigger, like an SUV, is XL class. You're going to pay more. But these cars are rated for how much they can take in pounds. So and it has to be distributed right. But if you get in a car and you got not one stomach, but it's flopping over. They show videos of this falling over, rolling over like roly poly. And if you get into a vehicle, was taking advantage of the situation. And the guy said, ma'am, you're not going to fit. And even if she could, it's still not it's still not healthy because you can't even get in. You cannot even get in and put a seatbelt on. You cannot even put a seatbelt on. You know you got too much weight because it was on Carnival, these overweight, these folks that are on Carnival, and that's a lot. It's like freezing when you put that AC on. But some people, because they got so much tonnage on them, and you don't realize the damage that you're doing to your body. I got my feelings hurt from a loved one because I lost weight and I was bragging about it. And I just went back the other way, and I just started eating and eating and eating. But guess what? Saturday I went and walked 5 miles. Sunday I walked 4.5. Last night I almost did a mile, but I was walking in the dark in a rest area. You know what I'm saying? In a rest area I was walking. So I mean, I'm making an effort again. I'm back to trying my best to get back in the low carb lifestyle, and because I'm type 2. Even though I'm low, I don't want to go back the other way. But I'm trying to survive and be alive. But the fact is, this woman set this Lyft driver up. He got fired because Lyft fired him. And now ashamed of yourself. Yeah, a pickup truck. I know there's a certain point that I can't go past that weight limit, and I'm making that decision. This guy says, "Ma'am, you can't fit in this car," and I know he's probably saying, "You're going to damage my car." But even if you did fit in there, your everything, you'd be so crushed up against the back seat. I remember we was in New York. We were going to see the Lion King, and we ordered an Uber. The car was packed. Everybody's trying to sue people. You don't realize when you get a lawyer to sue you, that lawyer, one, is getting 33% of whatever you're getting. Whatever you get, he gets 33% off the top. Then all the money that you think you're going to get. And the process takes forever. But the fact is, when you set someone up, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. They knew we have, there's new ways to get you. I literally was getting, there's a new thing now. There's a new setup now for what criminals are doing. There's little, uh, it's a little sign that you put your phone on it, and it takes you to a web page. Well, on all of these packages that had that little QR code, they had that QR code. If you scan that QR code, it carries a virus that goes into your phone and starts stealing your information. I literally, and something told me, I got like kind of stuff. I got gloves, um, all kind of stupid stuff, smoke detectors. I got what you call it? What do you call it? Daggone thing. A light stand, which I can use. It's a light stand for um, a solar powered light on a stand. I got all this stuff, and I tried to take it back to Amazon. They wouldn't take it. I called Amazon, tell them who's ever sending this, stop. And they finally stopped. But I kept on seeing that QR code, and the lady at the return, she explained that's what they're doing nowadays. That's another way to get you. Or they'll send you'll get texts from certain companies. Just hit this button. Just hit this link. If you don't go back to the web page where you got it from, they're out there to get you. They're out there for, and I checked it. Okie doke means okay. But in slang, don't fall for the okie doke. Means don't, someone is going to do you wrong. Don't listen. Don't come through there. Don't go by. My channel is about lawn care. Part of my channel is about lawn care. About me screwing up my lawn. Now I remember I got a new chemical guy that comes by and lays down, because this one thing I'll be messing up the lawn, but the other part of that is that I was seeing so much weed, so I decided I'm going to get another lawn care company. I'm gonna get this. I think it's True Green. And you guys, you see what I do? I'm an over-road truck driver. So I get a message from True Green one morning. Driver is on the way to your home, and it was actually about 5 o'clock in the morning. It said drivers at your home at 5:30. Driver finished your home at 6 o'clock. So you mean to tell me you was on my property walking through the dark? You was on my property walking through the dark and spraying my lawn or preparing my lawn. So I went and checked my cameras. I'm not telling you how many cameras I got, but I got more than 4 that watch my property. I checked my cameras and didn't see nobody. Then I'm thinking, first of all, if I was home and I'd have got a alert that someone was on my property, I'd have grabbed my shotgun and confronted you in the dark. So I know you was full of crap. Again, watch out for the okie doke. This guy didn't want to come by and do his job. So I called True Green and canceled it. Said, you guys are thieves. I want my money back. And I demanded my money back. I want my money back because you are criminals and you're thieves and you're trying to cheat me. You're trying to cheat me. You didn't even show up. And see, that's the thing. This new chemical company that spread, I've dropped some seed, and then they just came by and put a pre-emergent down 2 days later, which that kind of messed up my seed. But they doing their job, and I checked it. I got an alert that they were there in the email. Guess what? I checked my cameras. Spotted them on the front one. I had to look hard and then go back, because I had to see what time. And I spotted him on the back one, spraying my yard, doing what he's supposed to do. And I remember they called me and they kept on bugging me, True Green. And the guy said, stop calling. And I called him back, stop calling me. Y'all are criminals, and this is what you did to me. So take me off your list. And no, he wouldn't be an asshole. And he put me on the main. He put me on the main list. So corporate started calling me. This is how we do as black people. We want to be spiteful, knowing that y'all are criminals and you're thieves and you're liars. So I had to call corporate and had to get corporate involved to get me off their list. Stop calling me. Do you see what I mean? You know, and everybody says, oh, hey, you're from the hood and you're this and you're from the hood and you're from this and you do that. You know, I come from a middle class neighborhood. But as soon as you walked out my neighborhood, it was the hood. So I'm clueless about a whole lot of stuff, but I know a little bit about a little bit. Charles was telling me about a friend of the family where this young lady's brother broke up with his baby mama and said, I don't want to be with you no more. And then later on, they found him deceased. They found him deceased about a week later. 3 pew-pews to a certain part of the body. You know, you know, if you came up in a certain neighborhood, that 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 baby mama told somebody, and they went and took care of it. Be on the. Stop looking for people that cause you so much that you gotta watch your back. Stop doing stuff. We say we say that it's everybody's fault that most African Americans are in jail. But there's African Americans, there's white, there's everybody in jail, in prison. But we blame everybody else. But you so quick to get on that corner and sell them drugs, because that's the easy way out. You'll stay out there all night, but you won't flip no burgers, because that's embarrassing. You won't mop a floor. You won't you won't mow a lawn. Them guys that do lawn care, they make big money, because they have to pay for those. There's a big difference between a regular lawnmower and a professional lawnmower. Like a $7,000 difference, $7,000 more. My John Deere, I got that sucker. The guy turned it in, but it's dang near brand new. But brand that John Deere probably was eight to 10, and I paid around 5 for it. But it's a professional mower. See, we don't realize that there's this stuff out here where you can make money, but people want to sit here and steal your stuff. People want to grab your stuff. Watch out for the okey doke. People want to rob you. People want to, even if you're an owner, people want to rob you. That's why half these Walmarts, you walk into a Walmart, half the Walmart's in cases. I was in a Walmart in downtown, I think it's close, it's in Atlanta. All the underwear was locked up. So because I was buying some extra underwear to take on the cruise, the last cruise I went on. And the lady said, I have to walk you to the register. I said, for underwear? She said, yes, sir, for underwear. People want, you know, we want to blame everybody, but you don't want to have, there's no more morals, there's no more to do the right thing, but you just want to steal. Well, it's a big old corporation. But those corporations, they can't give nobody your raise, they can't hire more people. They got to cut back because you keep on stealing. You keep on people. You keep on blaming everybody for your mistakes. Overeating is an addiction. It's not an easy addiction to overcome, but it's actually an addiction. But when you overcome it and you feel a little better, when you feel a little better about yourself, Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? When you overcome, you've got people. This guy with the high beams. You gonna high beam me? I'm gonna high beam me back. Freaking, that's ridiculous. Um, we always choose. We don't want to choose the 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 person that we want to be with. Oh, he's boring. But you'd rather be with the drug dealer. You'd rather be with the person that jumps from bed to bed. You'd rather be with the complainer. You'd rather be with the violent person that wants to put their hands on you. And I'm not talking about a man. Women, you hear it all the time. Well, he's stronger than me, so that means you can bitch slap me, and because I'm a man, a real man will walk away. Been there, done that. But I tell you right now, you lay your hand on me, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Retaliatory actions will ensue, because I might have a flashback. Might have a flashback. Sorry to say it like that, but I might have one. That's why, you know, I, you know, I'm going on Royal. We're going on Royal, and I thank God for my friendship because when you friends with somebody and you know that what they're capable of, and you know it takes a lot to piss them off. I love being with a friend like that because, dude, he knows that I'll go off the deep end real quick, but I know I got a person that will check me real quick. Hey, 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 oh, oh, oh. And we're going on Royal because everybody thinks there's no fights on Royal Caribbean. They happen on there too. People get drunk. People get, you get the ones that act the fool and become very embarrassing and wind up getting their behind kicked off the boat. No, not me, Blair. I'm not the one. But see, back to the story. Don't fall for the okie doke. You get with a guy, as soon as you get with him, next thing you know, they quit. They quit their job. I was married to my first wife. She decided she gonna quit her job and not work anymore. I was like, okay. Well, this bill, and this bill. You don't pay them. The lights don't come on. No gas, no heat. I'm not paying for another daggone thing. And I promise you, I ain't. And I stayed to my promise. Don't fall for the okie doke. People and a lot of women, they don't realize. A lot of men. I come from a violent household. I'm so terrified I'll become what my father was. I'll become what I seen, that I overcompensate by being goofy, happy, and as nice and polite as I possibly can. Because that's where I came from. But when you're with these African American women, not saying all of y'all, but when y'all with these women, they they get confused to the point where they think they can talk to you any old way and don't realize that there is a caged animal behind a locked door. You don't want them to open that door because they're terrified of what they might become. But you'll sit there and make fun of them and laugh and you're a wimp. You know, he's sassy. Because we're trying to communicate with you, trying to tell you, look, I'm not the one. Don't push me. Please don't make me be that other person. That's the person I don't ever want to be. Please don't make me do that. And you're saying please. Don't fall for the okie doke. I'm telling you, when I got away from that, when I got away from my first wife, it took a minute. Because I get, you know, when I got away from her, I kept on choosing the same type of person. And I was miserable for a long time. And I remember when my wife showed up in my life, I was terrified even more. I said, please, God, please don't let her be like the rest of these. Because I'm choosing wrong. I'm choosing wrong. And I just sat there and stayed quiet. You know, she's still a woman, but she's a whole lot better. 1,000 times better, to be honest with you, than what I was choosing. To make yourself happy, you got to learn how to choose right. To make yourself happy, you got to learn how to be happy with yourself. But you got to keep your guard up. Scrupulous people will come in your life to steal your money, steal your soul, steal your happiness, remove the peace that you had because they 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 thrive off of they thrive off the negative energy. They thrive off of keeping you miserable. And instead of speaking up, we're so used to don't say nothing. We don't, as guys, we don't say nothing. We'll just stay miserable. No, I'm gonna say something. Boy, it's getting a little foggy back. It's getting a little foggy back here in the boony loonies. But back to this. It's bad. Back to this original person I was talking about. This suing this guy. How could you set someone up? These people that do lifting or whatever, that could be their only source of income. That could have been that person's only source of income. You know, a lot of times we don't realize that a lot of African Americans don't go out to eat because, you know, especially brought up broke and poor, you don't know about tips and the percentage you're supposed to get. You don't realize that the person that's serving you is is getting below minimum wage, like $3 an hour. A lot of us didn't realize. I didn't learn until after, you know, I was over 21. I didn't learn that these people are getting below minimum wage. And I set up a routine. You know, I set up a routine. You automatically get a tip. I don't, whatever's in my pocket, five, $5. I don't care what the percentage is. Whatever's in my pocket, you'll get that $5. But if you just look at me and say, well, black people don't tip, and I don't see you after you put your food down, you're not gonna get a tip. So it's just gonna the cycle's gonna stay the same. But if you come back at least one time and refill my water, my wife knows that this is my pet peeve. If you ask me would I like some more water, I drink a lot of water when I eat. If you ask me would I like some more water, you automatically get a tip from me. That is an automatic. I give out a tip. That's an automatic. I give you something. And if I'm really happy, you might get $10. I remember I gave one lady $20 because it was the first time I was first time driving a truck, and I found a diner up I think it was in Pennsylvania, and it just was straight up delicious. And I remember when I was younger, my father would take me to different diners in New York, and we would eat, and he would sit there and watch me eat his food and my food, and then just have a good old time. And I was just so happy, and I said thank you. But see, stop thinking and stop accusing. You know, we got this. You see a lot of videos. You think somebody dressed all dirty, whatever. You don't know how much money they really have. When you see these farmers, man, look, y'all better recognize. You drive by these farms, they look all broke down, and toe up, but they got about $1 million worth of farm equipment, and the land that they farming on. It's been in their family for God knows how long. Millions of dollars right there. Yeah, they're making payments on it, but they got it. I remember, don't just because you think people ain't dressed right, these old country folks come up to a car dealership and say, I want this car right here. Or, the APR know how much cash. And they'll come back with a bag, with a suitcase full of money. Because they don't trust, no, they don't trust the banks. They don't trust, the stuff. We've got, our grandparents, not these grandparents now, but our grandparents, saved their money and saved their money. Instead of us trying to be just like them, we want to rob, we want to steal, and we want to take advantage of them once they go. You want to leave stuff for your kids, but are your kids going to take that and make it grow? No, they're going to sell it so they can have a Gucci bag. They, so they can have a Land Rover, so they can have a Mercedes Benz, but don't have the money to upkeep them things. Them cars. It takes a lot of money to keep them things kept up. I'm just saying. What the? I'm looking at the right. I'm looking at the right time. Oh boy. Well, we out in the boony bajunies, man. but but again, but back to the story. You're being discriminated against when you're morbidly obese. We don't have I didn't have the capacity to let you in my car. I wouldn't put somebody that big in my pickup truck. I haven't gotten my shocks changed in my springs. I wouldn't even. I barely want to put you in the back of the pickup truck, and you can't even do that nowadays. That person's so big they bottom out the truck, and then you're talking about getting in a car. Yo, and see this. I would understand if this woman didn't realize, well, this is all I can say. This is all I can afford. I'm so sorry. Is there any way you can take me? Or is there any way I can fit in it? No, no, no. You knew you were setting this up to rob this dude, to do whatever. You knew you were setting this up to for a criminal name, to sue Lyft. You knew that's what you was gonna do, but you took out that poor man, and he was just nothing but polite. He was nothing but respectful. Ma'am, you're not gonna fit. You gotta go. You gotta go into you gotta get a bigger class truck, a vehicle. I remember this guy I trained with. He literally, and some of these truck drivers be so big, and you know that they're bribing. You know they're bribing the doctors that do the DOT exams. They're throwing an extra $200-300 to pass me because the guys are walking around. You know you're not healthy when your ankles are purple. You're not getting blood. You're not getting blood to your feet when your ankles are purple. Good morning, wellness. when you're so, if you're so big that the whole truck, and I'm at a Kenworth in the 2025. It's either 2024 or 2025, and it's got air shocks on it. You're so big that the whole truck tips to the left when you get out of this thing. You got a problem, man. That's why, like again, last night I'm tired of being tired. I was a little nervous because I'm in a rest area. It's dark. I'm walking in the lighted path. I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and trying to exercise more. Today, when I stop, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk again, and I'm start. Like right now, I'm getting low carb. Like I've got at least 15 pre-made meals that I had made over the last week when I had a little bit too much to drink. I had like smoked hot dogs and curry chicken with vegetables, but it tastes good. I'm like, yo, this is off the chain. But it was all protein. I didn't. I got nothing in, nothing to bring to spike my sugar, and I am on. I'm back on a mission. I'm gonna be making an effort to do the push-ups again. I'm back on the mission to get back where back back on track. And I said all that to say this. You don't need for being so big. You don't need to make excuses for being big. You need to accept that there's a problem. You need to accept that you went wrong. You took a left or a right at the wrong turn. Come back and get back in your lane. Like you see I'm driving right now, get back in your lane. I fall down, but I get up. I dust myself off. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. How long? Who knows? But I'm back. But each time I get smaller, each time I get lower, each time I get better, each time I get more energy. There's more energy. But guess what? You got to be vigilant. I'm talking about the weight, about this person trying to rob, the guy lost his job because you're trying to get in this little car. But be vigilant. Everybody's trying to rob you. Watch your emails. If the company that you dealing with to send you an email and you need to do this and you call them. If you get this, if you're on you're on your computer and you get a message that you got this virus, call this number and you know call this number, Microsoft, whatever, hit Control Alt Delete. Because first of all, guys, we on the wrong, we be at the wrong website. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. They malware and all kind of ware be getting on your computer. We at the wrong website, and this stuff's on there. It's called Control Alt Delete. Delete that daggone thing and reset it. Cause they almost got me. It's just like that movie, The Beekeeper, where the FBI woman's mother, she got that thing on there, and the hackers got into it. They did that to me. They did that to me. And I heard the person typing in the background. I could see it popping up on the screen. I'm like, this person's in my computer. Even today, I don't put any. I I I I cut the call. I got off there and I re I I did a format and reloaded Windows, but I still don't put none of my uh, stuff, my financial stuff, which I ain't got much of. I don't put none of that on that computer. That's the computer y'all see that I do the YouTube with. You know, I don't do that. And I see some other people, hey, I think this she going, she. Watch what you do because they're trying to find other ways to give you the okie doke. They're trying to find other ways. Like right now, you go to Walmart. If people get mad because you got to do the self checkout. I go to Walmart and I have the ticket in my hand. 9 times out of 10, I got that ticket in my hand and I look at the person. He don't even look at me. He goes, go ahead, because I'm not here to steal. I don't want nothing from you. I work hard. I work hard for what I got and what I want to keep. So why you want to deal with me? That's why even in these truck stops, once I park, I don't come out of here. I have a portable toilet in this truck. I don't come out of my truck for nothing. I remember I was at one place in South Georgia. I seen a head bobbing around on the right side of my truck. And I wanted to go back, check the back of my truck. I said, I'm not walking back there. I pulled the truck all the way to the front. I pulled it all the way out of the parking lot to the spot to walk back there and look and see if this guy just messing with my door. You look through look ahead when you're walking. I remember when we was in New York. Oh, where we at? Okay, got a few more minutes. We was in New York, walking in New York City. Now, I'm from Long Island, 30 minutes from the city. And my wife was like, let's go down that street. I said, babe, you in New York. Don't go down no barren street. You stay on the path where people are walking. You stay on the path where people are you stay on the path where people are. And you walk a little bit faster. Because the criminals are looking for slow people looking up and looking around and looking this way, looking that way, and looking to bump you. I even got, because I'm old, I forget. I got a wallet with a chain on it. And I put my wallet in my front. I don't even put it in my back no more. I don't put it in my back pocket no more. And I don't carry money. All I got is cards. So you gonna rob me, all you gonna get is cards, you're gonna be mad. But people look, they especially out here, they trying to get the okie doke, especially in the West, man. It's worse in the West than it is anywhere. They will come in and, I'm, you know, I'm starting a church. If you want to donate, they'll come up to your truck. No, no, I'm good. I don't have no money. Telling the truth, I don't have any money. I don't carry money. Or can you give to my child? Can you spare some change? My child is dying of Okefenokee disease. I've heard it all. I had one guy. I was in North Carolina. I'm walking to the truck stop just to look around. And the guy says, can you help me? My, uh, me and my wife were broke down up the street, got no gas, we're trying to get home. And I said, sorry, man, I ain't got no money. Oh, God. I mean, he should have got an Academy Award for his portrayal. Oh, God. I walked, they felt bad. And I went in the store, and the cashiers are talking. You know how black women are. They were like, that SOB's out there again begging for money, because all he gonna do is come in here and take the money that he got from some poor sucker and buy some beer and cigarettes. And I was like, son of a biscuit eater. I started cracking up. Said, this mother effer was setting me up. Do you see what I mean? Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall. Don't. I'll put it this way. I give money to the homeless. I give money to people on the street. If my heart says give it to them. I used to, over in Knoxville, there's a pilot up there where you could park at the pilot and you walk through the park, and there's an entrance. You go to the McDonald's, to the Walmart. I got a cart that I pull. I take my cart, go shopping, come back through the park. I seen there's a guy camping out with his dog. I went to the Walmart. I got a gallon of water, got a whole chicken, got 2-3 cans of dog food, and some other stuff, and a fork, and a paper plate, and all this other stuff. And I walked back through that park, and I walked up and said, I know you didn't say nothing to me, brother, but I was thinking about you here. And his eyes lit up. It's like, thank you. Appreciate it. God bless you. And I'm not saying be mean to everybody, but be vigilant. People are looking to get you the okie doke, mentally, physically, monetarily, emotionally. Some of these churches, spiritually, trying to give you the okie doke because they know you really don't want to read the Bible and study to show themselves approved, to work with the need and not be ashamed, rightfully dividing the truth of God. Hello. You see what I'm saying? Don't fall for the okie doke. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it for this morning. Y'all check out my man Jeff's lawn garden. He 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 got the lawnmower I want. That stand on John Deere, boy. That's big money right there. That's big money. Truck don't want to stop. Check him out. check him out. All right, guys. Coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Get your workout on. Positive affirmations. After that, at I believe 7:15 or a little bit later, Eddie Lugo Studios, and at 9 o'clock, Cruising is Fun Anytime. Check them out, and Hey, Jeff's Lawn Care. If you drop can't stop no apostrophe, it'll drop your webpage link just for future reference. um, but check out these folks, and y'all know the GOAT, Miss T with the T, at 9:15 coming up. Check her out. But as always, guys, you don't think nobody loves you. Everybody and their mama waking up now. You don't think nobody loves you. You know that I love you and God loves you. Y'all stay blessed and have a wonderful day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Now I gotta figure out how to shut this down.